It's really important to understand that we live in a world with a number of different overlapping economic systems, which is why I use this number line that's highlighted in red, yellow, and green to point that out. This is just a simple number line. Think about the stuff that you learned in school. It starts with zero. To the right is positive numbers. To my left are negative numbers. This number line is no different, but it represents things with a price, things without a price, and negatively priced goods and services which technically pay you to consume them. And so in the red zone, we've got plain vanilla capitalism, which is like Coke, Pepsi, McDonald's, Levi's jeans. And then we have the sharing economy, the Uber of things, which are actually two separate systems. According to people like Jeremy Rifkin, the sharing economy is on pace to pass traditional capitalism in the United States in market share by 2050 or sooner. And in this red zone, you have a certain type of playbook. And this is the maximum number of plays or tricks up your sleeve that you could apply to a business model. But then you've got that little yellow zone, which represents things that don't have a price. It's $0 on the spot. Believe it or not, it has its own separate playbook. And what we've identified is that if you do business in the yellow zone, you could do every single use case from the red playbook, but the red playbook can't really utilize any of the use cases from the yellow zone playbook. And then you've got the green zone playbook. And in the green zone, that means that it's negatively priced and profitable. Like free water. Our water's free plus 10 cents per beverage is donated charity. Consumer facing, that's 110% off, but we've created a roadmap to go beyond negative 150% off in the future, which means we aim to pay people to consume free water and free food. And so there's playbooks in the green zone, and if you're in the green zone, you could use every other playbook, the green zone, the yellow zone, the red zone. If you're in the yellow zone, you can't use a lot of the green zone playbook and beyond. Here are some examples. In the red zone, you've got like Amazon and Walmart, and they make deliveries a certain way. For example, they'll drop a package off at my home, then they'll drive 10 or 20 miles away. They'll drop a package off on someone else's home, 8 miles away, another one, and so on and so forth. So they've built a physical infrastructure based around that type of fulfillment. And when you're in the red zone, you generally make mega factories. Think like a Budweiser or Coke or Pepsi or Walmart warehouse or whatever. And in the red zone, you like to ship things across a town, city, state, country, or the world. The further you ship it, the worse it is for the environment, the worse efficiency rating it gets, and the more money the consumer pays. But in the yellow zone and the green zone, there's new opportunities for fulfillment that are based around consecutive delivery, which is uber efficient. Think of the trash collector. The trash collector picks up the trash at your house, then the neighbor's house, and then thousands of consecutive homes because it's efficient. Notice how they don't do it like the Amazon driver, your house 5 miles away, their house. So the future of green zone and yellow zone distribution for many organizations is going to be based around consecutive delivery, meaning we're going to deliver free groceries to thousands of consecutive homes. If you don't want it, you just opt out, we skip over your house. But check out that level of efficiency. As you dig deep into the countless different models available, it even enables companies such as ours or other ones in the future to earn a profit while offering free delivery. You could never do that in the red zone. There's a different mentality of entrepreneurs when you start a business in the red zone or the green zone, negatively priced and profitable. Let's say together we all started a for sale chocolate bar company. First, we'd create a name, then a logo, then we would find a chocolate bar manufacturer and we would negotiate the best prices we could based on quantity. And so let's say if our cost per unit was 75 cents, and then we're gonna go out and sell the chocolate bar for the most expensive price that supply and demand would allow. And that's traditional capitalism or sharing economy tactics in the red zone. But to do business in the green zone, meaning we're gonna have a negatively priced chocolate bar, meaning this chocolate bar is gonna pay people to eat it for free, or free chocolate bar that donates to charity, or both, it has to be done differently from the beginning. We're gonna be like, holy crap, how the heck are we gonna make a chocolate bar that's negatively priced and profitable? Well, we're gonna have to examine the supply chain and scrutinize it in ways that people in the red zone probably wouldn't do. We're gonna have to look under every single rock and question everything. Why is this in place? Why is that in place? The entire supply chain. And if you do hard enough research, you're gonna realize that a lot of that stuff is crap and it's there for no reason. So you start throwing all the things that are unnecessary away. And after enough time, you've created the most direct and efficient supply chain. But that doesn't make the chocolate bar free or negatively priced. It just made it an extremely efficient vehicle. So now we have to bring in a revenue model out in left field. Let's say if it's ad supported, maybe you put ads on the bar, or if that's not enough, we create a video player in your phone like a YouTube, and then bam, now you've got your revenue stream and it's negatively priced and profitable. It's not that the entrepreneurs in the yellow zone or the red zone can't streamline and make their supply chains this efficient. They just typically don't care because there's no necessity of making everything efficient. When you go negatively priced and profitable, it becomes an efficiency play, which is extremely green, but difficult, and you really have to be creative when doing it. For the sake of this video, we're mainly going to be discussing 4 or 5 different economic systems: traditional capitalism, the sharing economy, which is the Uber of things, the free economy, which we dub free, it's at 0 on the dot, and negatively priced and profitable, which is the giving economy, but even better, everybody's economy. We've differentiated the two, meaning the giving economy is ad supported and the everyone's economy is negatively priced and profitable without ads. We find that to be more ethical. Free water is in the giving economy. It's negatively priced and profitable with ads. So the only way to get into the green zone, regardless of if it's ad supported or not, is actually in the eyes of the end user or consumer. Only they can decide if something's negatively priced and profitable. And the phenomenon is some companies are theoretically negatively priced and profitable, but they don't get to use every play in the playbook of the green zone because the consumer considers them free or for a price. Facebook and Google are an example. Their practices by many would be considered so unethical, and they donate such little amounts to charity because it's free, and they give a fraction of a % to charity, which doesn't even register. And due to the business's practices, people have even created like a response, oh, if it's free, you're a product. So it's not free. It's not free at all. And so companies like Facebook and Google, even though they're in the yellow zone, for the most part, use a lot of red zone tactics because they don't have the green and yellow zone playbooks available. Here's an example of how it's possible to achieve the green zone without ads. Let's say we were gonna buy a house together, and we do, and we decide we wanna put solar panels on the roof. So we're gonna buy the solar panels and battery packs with traditional capitalism, and boom, you put them on the roof. And some days our roof is collecting more electricity than we utilize. So we're gonna share the excess energy back to the grid in your city using the sharing economy, the Uber of things. It's a different model that gives access instead of ownership. Then for a split second, one day, many, many years from now, it's gonna be free. It's paid itself back, and then they pay us. So notice how it's possible to go negatively priced and profitable without the ads. But like all businesses, there needs to be some sort of capital investment to get it going. It's possible to do this on many fronts, but that's an easy example that goes across all 4 systems: capitalism, the sharing economy, the free economy, and the giving economy. Well, everyone's economy, because there's no ads. I'm not here to say that one system is better than the other. What we're here to say is that, or what we're here to point out is that there's just different playbooks available with every system. And if you just look at these economic systems mechanically, the green zone has access to all the playbooks. There's so many differences between every zone. We could be here for days or years going through all of them, but I really want to highlight one super top level difference between the red zone and the green zone. The red zone, capitalism and the sharing economy, tends to be what is known as zero-sum game. One winner, someone's got to get rich, and at least one person needs to be in a bad spot in order for that to happen. If you ask some, they'll say for one person or company to become a $1 billion company, a lot of people need to be in a shitty spot. The green zone, for the most part, operates differently. Here's an example. With free water, the consumer gets a product for free plus charity. That's much better than paying, right? They're happy that it's free. They're happy it's not in a plastic bottle. They're happy that it donates to charity. The advertiser gets their targeted audience. So they get targeted distribution just like any other platform, Facebook, Google, YouTube, you name it. Our manufacturers get their asking price. It doesn't matter whether we give this out for free or somebody else sells it. They get their asking price, but big picture, they like the free and negatively priced models more because they don't sit on a shelf waiting to be distributed. Our nonprofits that we donate to, they're happy because they get donations. Our salespeople get a minimum of 10 cents per beverage of everything that they sell. And we're a middleman. Whenever possible, we also earn a profit. Notice how everybody in the value chain on the green side is in line, which will create a snowball effect. Consumers, advertisers, manufacturers, salespeople, nonprofits, and our company, all of our motives are in parallel versus the red zone, which typically is this.